Сьогодні в пленарному засіданні Верховної Ради України бере участь генеральний секретар Організації Північно-Атлантичного договору, вельмишановний пан Марк Рютте разом з делегацією. Прошу вітати. Пане генеральний секретар, для нас велика честь приймати вас в українському парламенті. Ваш візит до України – це потужний політичний сигнал єдності та незмінної підтримки нашої держави з боку Північно-Атлантичного альянсу в умовах триваючої російської збройної агресії. Ми високо цінуємо вашу чітку та принципову позицію. Безпека України є невід'ємною складовою безпеки всього євроатлантичного простору. НАТО послідовно підтверджує, що будь-які підходи до досягнення миру мають повністю поважати суверенітет, незалежність і територіальну цілісність нашої держави, ґрунтуватись на принципах статуту ООН, міжнародного права. Україна вдячна Альянсу та державам-членам за військову, фінансову, політичну та гуманітарну підтримку, яка надається впродовж цієї війни. Вся ця підтримка істотно сприяє стримуванню агресора, захисту наших спільних демократичних цінностей. Ми переконані, що під вашим керівництвом, пане Марк, НАТО й далі залишатиметься ключовим гарантом трансатлантичної безпеки. Практична співпраця між Україною та Альянсом продовжуватиме поглиблюватись, зміцнюючи обороноздатність нашої країни та спільну безпеку євроатлантичної спільноти. На трибуну для виступу запрошується генеральний секретар НАТО, вельмишановний пан Марк Рютте.
Deputy Chairman, dear Alexander, dear members of the Verkhovna Rada, in the midst of this bitterly cold winter, I thank you for your warm welcome. It is a great honor to be here with you today in this hallowed institution, the beating heart of Ukraine's vibrant democracy. The people of Ukraine have been fighting for that democracy, fiercely and firmly. And you, as their representatives, have ensured that their democracy continues to function, even amidst the daily bombardment this country has endured through 4 long years. I will forever remember visiting Kharkiv in March 2024. There I saw the brutality of war. Buildings completely destroyed, wounded soldiers in hospitals. And I stood at the monument to the young victims of Russian aggression and gave pause to honor the memory of so many children. Futures dashed, lives stolen before they could even begin. It moved me deeply then, and it continues to move me now. But alongside that somber reminder of loss, I also saw the incredible resilience of your people, of lives being lived and futures being built. Children going to school in metro stations, eager to learn, and teachers eager to teach, despite the disruption and destruction all around them. I see that same spirit every time I visit Ukraine. The unflinching bravery of the people of this country and the determined hope that drives you forward. So it is with the deepest respect that I stand before you today to affirm once again that NATO stands with Ukraine. This was true before Russia's full-scale invasion. This was true on the 24th of February 2022, and it has been true every single day since. Putin has long thought he could wait us out, that Ukraine was weak, that your supporters would grow weary, that our will would falter. He was gravely mistaken. Ukraine is strong and our support is unwavering. I do recognize that a focus on other global events might have caused concern. Concern that our attention might be divided at a moment that you needed our support more acutely than ever. As the temperatures plummeted, attacks on your energy infrastructure intensified, and the talks to bring this terrible war to a lasting end continued. But I want to assure you that our attention has not been diverted. Ukraine is and will remain essential to our security. And our commitment to supporting Ukraine is steadfast. Every day, we continue our close dialogue, including in the NATO Ukraine Council. Every day, we are assisting, equipping and training the Ukrainian armed forces so that you can defend today and deter any future aggression. And SETU, the NATO command in Germany, is coordinating the delivery of military assistance and training and working with Ukraine to ensure allies know exactly what Ukraine needs so that they can deliver the support. Through the prioritized Ukraine requirement list, or Pearl, billions of dollars worth of critical US military hardware is flowing into Ukraine, paid for by allies and partners. Since we started Pearl last summer, it has supplied around 75% of all missiles for Ukraine's Patriot batteries, and 90% of the missiles used in other air defense systems. I know that more is urgently needed, and we are working to ensure that more comes quickly, through Pearl and through every means possible. I'm urging allies to dig deep in their stockpiles, to offer whatever they can to meet Ukraine's needs, particularly air defense. The good news is that defense production is increasing in allied countries and crucially also here in Ukraine. We are learning from you. You are innovating in ways that are unique and impressive. And as a result, many NATO nations are working to produce in cooperation with you and investing directly in your defense industry. And we all stand to gain from this cooperation. The more capabilities we have, the better we can support you, and the better we can ensure our shared security across NATO. All this support is crucial to help keep your forces strong and your people safe. That is our most urgent priority. But it is not just about today and sustaining your ability to bring this war to an end. It is also about the future and ensuring that any peace lasts, so that your children and grandchildren can grow up in freedom and without fear that Russia will try again to subjugate this great nation. For that, in addition to strong armed forces, Ukraine needs robust security guarantees. The United States, Europe and Canada have affirmed their readiness to provide the assurance that Ukraine needs to be able to forge a peace with Russia. The members of the Coalition of the Willing made encouraging progress on these guarantees when they met last month in Paris. I was at that meeting, and so was President Zelensky. Some European allies have announced that they will deploy troops to Ukraine after a deal is reached. Troops on the ground, jets in the air, ships on the Black Sea. The United States will be the backstop. Others have vowed to support in other ways. The security guarantees are solid. And this is crucial because we know that getting to an agreement to end this terrible war will require difficult choices. Ukraine needs to know with absolute certainty that whatever sacrifices you have made, the lives you have lost, the devastation you have endured, will not be at risk of repetition. You need to know that this peace will be lasting, not because papers have been signed, but because there is hard power to back it up. You rightly do not want another Budapest memorandum or a Minsk agreement. Ukrainian hard power, first and foremost, backed by robust security guarantees of Ukraine's friends and partners. President Trump and his team are determined to stop the bloodshed with the support of America's allies. And it is clear that Ukraine is committed. Direct talks are now underway, and this is important progress. But Russia attacks, like those last night, do not signal seriousness about peace. We know Russia is paying a heavy price for this war, with over 1 million casualties to date and rising. Yet, despite Putin's willingness to sacrifice countless of his own people, he is not winning. Any gains on the battlefield are grindingly slow. And while China, North Korea, Iran and Belarus continue to support Russia's war machine, Putin's economy is suffering the impact of isolation. And increasing pressure on Russia's shadow fleet is beginning to bite. We will keep up the pressure on Russia, and we will continue our support for Ukraine. So, members of the Rada, as the very capable team appointed by President Zelensky continues their work to negotiate a lasting end to this war, know that NATO continues to stand with Ukraine and will continue to do so in the years ahead. Your security is our security. Your peace is our peace. And it must be just and lasting, with Ukraine standing strong and free, and with Russia knowing that this reality will remain. It's what all NATO allies want, and it is what Ukraine deserves. I have the deepest respect and admiration for the people of Ukraine, for your leadership, for the members of this House, and for your men and women, civilian and military, who make this country so extraordinary. I said when I last visited in August that courage had a name, and the name is Ukraine. It is as true now as ever. And as we talk of courage, we remember the fallen, the wounded, and the brave. We honor their service and their sacrifice, not only in word, but in deed. By honoring our promise, made again at the NATO summit in The Hague last summer, to continue our support to you. That's what we are doing, and we will continue. I know that the winter is cold, but the spring will come. Stay strong. I know you will. Slava Ukraini.
Дякуємо, вельмишановний пане генеральний секретар. Дякуємо вам разом з делегацією за участь в пленарному засіданні. Дякуємо за тверду і непохитну підтримку України. Дякуємо, пане Рюте.